Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is a correction video. Now I'm sure some of you will have seen my other videos regarding the Colby Newham Community Council and what went on there, and my cyber buddy Matt, who goes under the name of TheJesusofKayaking on YouTube, made a video. Well, actually he made two, but the one in question that I'm talking about now is called For Non-Road User 2. Now I'm quite sure I haven't asked Matt's permission to use his video in this video, but knowing Matt as I do, I'm quite certain that he won't have any objections. If he does, obviously I'll pull this video from YouTube and redo it, but I feel quite safe in saying that Matt's not going to object to this. Okay, so apparently communications have been going back and forth between Matt excuse me and a certain gentleman, and the upshot of it all is that apparently I was incorrect in thinking that the legislation introduced by Eric Pickles applied to my local community council. Now, as you'll see in Matt's video when I put it on after I've shut up, he says, Matt I mean, that at first glance it's quite easy to make that mistake, okay, and you know, alright, other people have a better trained eye on this matter than I have, but it begs the question, ladies and gentlemen, is the legislation correct and proper? Because I thought this was what the legislation was about, you know, giving people the right to go along and film local community council meetings. Apparently in my area, or my local community council meeting, I'm unable to do that. So possibly the legislation needs to be revisited. That's down to Eric Pickles' office, obviously. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, look, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to put the video that Matt made, which I'm sure is still on his YouTube channel, and as I say, I hope he doesn't object to me, you know, plagiarising it and putting it over the end of this one. So, over to you, Matt. Thanks very much. Bye.
Morning. I don't know what to call this video. It's kind of a clarification video, or I don't know, really don't know what to call it. Update, correction to the previous video I did. I did a video for a non-road user who went to Colby Newham Community Council with his camera, and they said, no, you can't record us. This Eric Pickles legislation doesn't apply to us. And he's sort of questioned that with them, questioned that with me, and I go off this Local Government Act. This is what I read out in the original video, and it's saying about parish councils can be known as community councils, neighbourhood councils, village councils, right? Now, upon further investigation and comments from somebody involved with this community council, it turns out it doesn't actually, the Local Government Act doesn't apply to them at all, which is very very unusual. And the reason being, excuse me, because they're not actually, although they call themselves Colby Newham Community Council. Now, Colby Newham Community Council, the guy that was messaging me last night, do feel free to put comments below and correct anything I say here, right? All I'm going on is the information that I've got from your own website and a little bit of stuff what you told me last night, yeah? So this is my understanding on the take of it, yeah? They are not a parish, they're not a community council that receives funding from the government, okay? They do, according to the minutes of the meeting just gone, have dealings with Middlesbrough Council, including the environmental health team, trading standards, fire officers and police. Okay, they don't have, it has a, I can't even read my own writing here. Right, it doesn't have a clerk. Normally, at parish councils, the clerk is the only one that is paid. You know, when they're all sat together, yeah. They publicise the minutes of the meetings, and they are a registered charity number 1148682 and a limited company 080721139. All by the by, really, because for all intents and purposes, at first glance, one would easily think, fine, local parish council, community council, I'll go down and film them, put it online, show off their incredibly good work to people, or any shenanigans that happen between the public and the councillor types, yeah. Now, one question. Now, I think on their website it does, or one of the messages. I'm sorry, this is all over the place. But the guy that messaged me says you are allowed. You might be allowed to film them if you ask. So I'm thinking, oh, fair play. That's a bit, bit of an inroad. Ask nicely, they might give it you. Yeah. But on the other hand, right, if they are relying on input from the Middlesbrough Council, yeah, even though they're not taking any direct funding from them, right, and they're liaising with all these other bodies and dealing with the public and reporting crimes and all the rest of it, then why not just allow people to film without permission, like Eric Pickle's legislation. Surely there's nothing to hide, yeah? I don't mean that in a, I'm not calling you out as being dodgy or anything like that, because I know most of these parish councils, they're not, it's decent, there's a lot of decent work going on. So that's my kind of correction, but, if he wants to go out filming, let him go and film. He ain't going to cause no bother. Not like I do. So that's kind of a correction video about the video I did for non-road user. And again, if the guy that was in touch with me from, I think it was from the council, wants to correct anything I've just said in there, do please let me know. Cheers.